Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Prescott off play action. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Amari Cooper, 30 yards. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Marshall Faulk, 61 yards. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown 49ers. Michael Irvin, 77 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On play action, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That ball caught. Hits the playmaker, Michael Irvin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Smith trying to run for it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmitt Smith, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Check 26, check 26. 18. Ready.
They go play action with Richardson. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dickerson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Check. 18, Pioneer.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Hey, smash. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 79 Broncos. Hustle, hustle. Ready.
First and 10, it's Richardson. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Dickerson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
18, Rattler, 18.
Richardson on third and short. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run the option. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. It'll be a pickup of 4, and the Texans are going to have a first. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first down, Dickerson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
19 Lions.
Beckham will go in motion right. Richardson looking to throw this. Flushed out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Richardson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's got some space here. Running free at the 45. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmitt Smith, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Richardson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Mustang 19.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Going for the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Richardson looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 38.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Richardson to throw. Flush to his right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Prescott off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Eluding the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Dickerson fighting through. There he goes, right side. Still on his feet. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now it's Richardson. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it here with Dickerson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Dickerson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Richardson to throw it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Oh, nice move. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Here comes third and about a foot.
They'll try and run for it with Emmett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
So it's a win for the Niners here, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise and really willed his guys to the victory.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis. The rest of our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go. Strike. Hey, smash Bronco. Check smash. Check smash.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back to Dickerson here on second down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Falcon football. They'll start here with Jackson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. 2nd and 5. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Richardson working from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Marvin Harrison from 19 yards away. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Richardson. They set up the screen to Bo. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They run on first down with Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Richardson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Richardson. He finds his man complete. It's Ali. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. This is 2nd and 8.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Richardson out of the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Touchdown, Houston. Marvin Harrison. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
19, trap 60, trap 60, 65 catch, 65 catch.
Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Dragon 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19, Pioneers.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Warriors 70.
Operating from the gun, Richardson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ali. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Let's go now. Trap 60, trap 60. 65 catch, 65 catch. Buffalo 18.
In motion right is Evans.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws, Everything they're doing has been executed well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not saying 19. 10 through 11. 10 through 11. Dragon 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Richardson on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rob Gronkowski, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. In motion right, Evans. On first down, Richardson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Evans comes in motion right. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Setting up the screen to Dickerson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Texans. Eric Dickerson, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
Oh, good move. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Breeze now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On play action. Now Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Joseph will get the credit for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Hey, check that, street.
This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Richardson looking to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short.
Escaping the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Kelsey imposing his will.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Off play action. Richardson.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
In motion, Gronkowski. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mike Evans, 77 yards. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Richardson off the play fake.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
In motion left is Beckham. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Rob Gronkowski, 30 yards.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Inside give to Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now Richardson.
He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Now it's Richardson.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Rolling to his right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Breeze now on first down.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Drop 60, drop 60. Go.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So after the INT, it's Breeze.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Breeze now.
Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Mustang 19.
Richardson.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Breeze. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Breeze on third down. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Dickerson trying the right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Dickerson on the handoff. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Eric Dickerson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rush. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll run now with Dickerson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On third down, here's Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Out to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Fourteen-yard line, 2nd and 11. A carry for Dickerson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And once again, we see the Seahawks line up to go for 2. Breeze is going to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Richardson looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Richardson sliding out of the pocket. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson to throw it. He'll buy some time right. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Koo knocks this one through the post, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
One last shot for Richardson. This ball intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Brandon Ayuk now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. To the air right away is Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's Brady to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, Brady. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Tackle made by the Hall of Fame safety, Larry Wilson.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Hey, smash Bronco! Good.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Still going. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Dickerson, 44 yards. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Point after try forthcoming. Oh, this is blocked. And the Niners, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last two plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection and led to the block.
Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's Eric Dickerson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Larry Wilson.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Finding room at midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Powering his way forward. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Brady going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Come on, come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Go. Unlock line. Unlock line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Richardson. Kelsey, a nice catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll send Beckham in motion right. Richardson to the air on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Going to give it up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Brady now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Come on, get it together.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jacobs going to try the middle, fighting him off, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Brady. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Harold Carmichael from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now Richardson. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. And shutting him off, now open field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. From the shotgun, Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Richardson looking to throw this. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, here's Richardson setting up the screen to Dickerson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Brady to throw on second down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Richardson out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running it with Dickerson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now. And oh, he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Dickerson, 49 yards. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Brady now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Harold Carmichael. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Touchdown, 49ers. scores from 10 yards out. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Richardson rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now Richardson. They'll roll him out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Oh, he shifts past him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
From midfield, here's Brady. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
That punt punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10. Richardson.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Now Richardson.
Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now Brady. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Back to throw, Brady. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
That'll do it for us for